Welcome, millionaires and billionaires. As always, I am to bring you truth, knowledge, and wisdom to assist you in your journey to crypto. Welcome, new viewers. If you're passing by, I recommend subscribing and stay up to date with the channel and as far as the projects we are working on, and give yourself the hedge in crypto and give yourself opportunity to become a whale in crypto and indulge in a wealth of information that we're going to be releasing on the channel as well. So moving forward, guys, we're going to be pumping more YouTube videos out because it seems like the bull run is upon us. So what other way to kick it off than to start pumping more frequent videos and help educate new crypto lovers, new crypto enthusiasts, and anyone that has any interest in crypto, guys. So moving forward, this is step 2 of how to set up your MEV bot. In the previous video, step 1, I showed you what application and all the necessary for lack of a better word, environments to set up to start deploying your MEV bot and setting it up. So one of the most important software you will be needing is Visual Studio Codes. This is where we program the codes, and this is the testing environment where we interact with our MEV bot after we deploy it to the blockchain. Then we will be using Visual Studio to interact with the bot, tell it what to do, and to call different functions. And for anyone that's been I've recently been noticing that there is a lot of interest with MEV bots, automated trading bots, and it's only going to get more. There's going to be more people that's interested in it as the crypto market starts to boom, because there is a lot of opportunity in there, and it's a very low tapped way to generate passive income. And a lot of I guess sometimes it's even when the market is consolidating and there's no I wouldn't say volume, there's no movement in the market, these MEV bots are still generating a lot of income for some people. This is why it has become profitable for a lot of people, and people are noticing that, and now they are looking for ways to find ways to use these bots. And you are in the right place if you are looking to get your hand on an MEV bot, because the YouTube space is riddled with videos showing you guys how to deploy MEV bots and how to copy and paste the code that they give you, and 100% of the time the code is a scam, and a lot of people are getting scammed. So this is a way for us to change not just the crypto space, but to change how people get information and give them the heads up, because all you have to do is be a good, decent human being, and the universe is going to reward you. So instead of scamming people, providing them with a fake MEV bot, imagine if all those people did it the right way. But first, the hardest part is gaining the knowledge and the understanding, but people are not willing to do that. So they rather just find a way to make the fast money, which is scam people. So they're not gonna find the time to learn about MEV bots. They're not gonna find the time to teach about MEV bots or automated trading bots. So it's best, most of these people are not even knowledge about automated trading bots, how to code it. They just found a template on just to deposit ETH into a contract. The contract they are showing is not even a MEV bot contract. It's just a simple smart contract where you deposit ETH directly into the person's wallet. That's all it is. So on this channel, the main purpose for this video is to give you guys the step 2 on what to do next for your MEV bot. And the main focus of this project for the Bull Run token is so far the main focus now is creating these MEV bots, creating these automated trading bots, because it is a utility for the project. So we want to get as many people their own trading bot as possible, because as I've stated earlier, it's like going to war with machine guns versus sticks, or it's like going to a race car with a bicycle versus a car that is equipped with a jet propelled engine. So right now we are just the perfect analogy I can give you right now, we have a flat tire which we are working on, which is creating the utility for the project. And this is why I believe the bot will be one of our greatest asset, is because it's going to give us the leverage we need into the crypto space. So right now, the analogy with the flat tire, right now we are repairing a flat tire at the same time our car is in the shop. We are equipping the car with nitrous turbo, and once we get on the racetrack, which would be or the road, which is once the market start pumping, we're just going to be passing by every project very quickly, because what we're going to be doing is deploying these MEV bots, army of MEV bots, to trade other projects and bringing the profits back to our project, the Bull Run token. And what's going to be most important is you guys will have your own MEV bot, but it's going to be a race to get to the top holders list, because only the top holders will have their own MEV bots. So that's also is going to create an incentive for people to buy the token, because we're not going to be selling these MEV bots. And you know, what we have is also intellectual property. We're not just gonna throw it out there for anyone to get their hands on it, because I know it's very difficult to get your hand on an MEV bot, which is why most of you are here watching the video, because you've been looking, you've been searching, and every avenue you've taken, then you've got scammed, and then that led you here. And this is the best way you can get your hand on an MEV bot so far. So the only way for that to happen is for you to be a holder of the Bulls Run token. And pre-sale has been started for the project, and if you're watching in this video at a later date, then you can still participate in the project, and you would have to be a top holder. I believe it's top I have to reconstruct that just to so everyone have a better understanding, since we haven't launched yet. But the pre-sale do give people the opportunity to early opportunity to, with only $500 in pre-sale, to have their own MEV bot. But the pre-sale link has not been working, so like I said, the main focus is not on pre-sale. If it works, it works. I've messaged the Poolo guys. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But the main focus has been working on these MEV bots, getting them up and running. So let's say, for example, if we happen to deployed one of these bots before pre-sale even started, or before we get the link working again, and let's say we send one of these bots out and it collects the amount of BNB we need, the amount of ETH we need, we will no longer move forward with pre-sale. Then those people that's been waiting on a sideline will just miss out on one of the greatest opportunity to own an MEV bot. But then they'll probably try to FOMO into the project once it launched and try to get to the top holders list, but it's going to be a lot more expensive and a lot more difficult to get there. So we have let's see here, we have the main Telegram for the MEV bots, guys. So the whole purpose, like as I've stated before, is to educate people into the crypto space, because I don't see anyone else doing this. So we are pioneering, and right now we want to create as many whales as we possibly can into the crypto space. So this whole utility of creating the MEV bots, yeah, this is the guy I wrote for the Poolo link. So he said he's working on it, so we'll see how that happens. So for the MEV group, let's see if we can find it here. Yeah, so you will be, this is not a public group. You have to get the invitation link to join this group, because it is for the top holders of the project, and those are the people that's going to be receiving their own MEV bots. So I know a lot of people don't understand what these bots are, so allow me to put things into perspective for most of you so you guys can understand it. So maybe you can actually see the value before everything comes into fruition, so you don't miss on the opportunity. So okay, like for example, let's say once the bull run gets rolling and the market start pumping, and let's say you start using the MEV bots. Some people will be using just manual trading, where they're buying and selling in their wallets, and some people will be using the MEV bots to trade. So like I stated before, it's like going to a race with a bicycle versus a car equipped with a jet propelled engine. You're going to get to your goal a lot faster. And the MEV bots, let's say if you see a trade, let's say two persons see a trade, one person is trading manually and another person is trading with the bots. Let's say if you're sleeping and then there's a huge opportunity where there's a big dip in the coin you've been watching, the coin you wanted to buy. So we can program the bot to buy the dip for you while you sleep, so you don't miss out on the opportunity. But if you, especially when it comes to taking profits as well, so you will miss your opportunity to take profits at the top, and you will watch the chart go up and down and not having the opportunity to take the trade. So the bots we can program the bots to trade for you. So we're going to be focusing more on these MEV bots. As I've stated before, everything has learning curves in it. So right now it's something we have never done before. So this is why there is some type of learning curve in it. And we've tried to attempt this previously, but at that time, I believe the main reason why it didn't work out because the market was too slow to even perform some of the tests, and another reason is some of these software was not available to do more robust testing. So now there's more application available, like new upgrade in Visual Studio versions, and the Node versions has been updated. So another thing you will need is this, like I said, I'll have to explain that in a later video. So the first thing you will need to download is Visual Studio. This is where, don't mind these private keys. They're not, I deleted most of them, so they're not accurate. So this is, some of these videos will be quite a little bit longer than expected, guys, because again, this is education purposes only, so I have to explain things more in depth so you guys can understand them. So once you downloaded your visual code, this is where we will be spending most of our time to interact with the contract after we deploy it. Then remember when I mentioned the Infura, and this is where you will have to sign up for an account. I'll show you guys how to do that later. Then this is where you plug in your Infura link here. Let's see here. Would be here. Okay, this is the website. Once you go to Infura, then you will have to sign up for an account. After you sign up for an account, this is where you will create your new API keys. Once you create your API keys, then you can name the project whatever you want. And let's say here, for the purpose of this video, we'll do this here. We'll visionary DeFi 2. Then you're gonna create your new project. I already created a new project, and it's not gonna allow me to do that. At the top corner, it's gonna say, yeah, let's do this just so you guys can understand. Let's open a new browser here. It should show you at the top to Infura to create a new account. Once you create the new account, then it's going to give you your API key. Your API key is what you will need to connect to the blockchain to interact with your bot. Yeah, this is another software you will need. It's called Node. This is where we'll be using the computer terminal to call commands. I'll show you guys how to set that up in another video. This is you can automatically, there's more to MEV bots than just copy and pasting a code, deploying it, and then say, hey, I have a functioning bot. That's what most people don't understand, and they think it's easy work, but it's really not, guys. But you just, as long as you have someone to show you the ropes and guide you, then yeah, it can be easy. But most people, the intention is just to scam you anyway. So they're just gonna give you a code to copy and paste, and that's it. And once you deposit the ETH, it goes directly to the wallet. So be cautious of these YouTube videos about MEV bots. Okay, once you create your new API key, it's gonna be here, so you can click on whichever one. So this will be your API key, where you connect to Ethereum, either testnet or the mainnet, and this is your Infura link you will need to plug into Visual Studio here. And you will need to set up a Ethereum wallet or a BSC wallet, because we will have these bots functioning on the BSC smart chain as well. So this is where you will plug in the deployed contract, or whichever this here will be your whatever name you put for your smart contract bot. And once you deploy it, you will have the contract address. So this is where you will plug it here for your bot smart contract. And like I said, there's notes here as well. So usually these notes, when you see them with the /, then that means it's just giving you instructions on what to do. Then here you will plug in your private key. This is not my real private key, guys. I'm not gonna show it. It's a lot longer than this. So once you create your wallet, this is your private key. You don't want to share this with anyone, because then they can have access to your wallet. And once the bot starts buying and selling, then the funds will go directly to that wallet right here. This is the wallet address, and then this is the private key for your wallet. It's like so you don't want to share those with anyone. Well, you can share the wallet address, but not the private key. This is not the real private key anyway here. And then this is just the code to interact and control the bots. It can be longer, it can be shorter, depending on the functions you're running. So we are using different types of tests just to see which one is generating more and better profits. So we're also going to test on the Flash network as well, which I think a lot of people are using this, so we'll probably stay away from this. If everyone else is doing it, then we want to create our own path and go where no one has tapped it before. This is where there's going to be more profit opportunities. So I think with having our own codes and creating our own smart contract from scratch, there's going to be a lot more tests, yes, but in the long term we can tweak the bot out much more efficiently. And also it's already optimized for gas, so I wouldn't have to worry about the gas fees, but we can add more code to it as we go along, more functions to it. So this is what you will need to control the bot. And remember, one of the most important thing you will need is the node to start. I'll show you guys how to download all this later on. Is the node to control, to call functions in the terminal. And you will need version, you will need the latest version, I believe is version 19. So I'll show you guys how to do that later. So the most important thing is, once you download Visual Studio, then you can easily create new file. Once you create new file, then you can name it whatever you want, name of your bot. Then at the end you will assign it will be JS because we're using JavaScript, and you will save it to a location where it's easy to access. I'll just save it on the desktop for now. And this is where you will I will provide you with the code. All you need to do is just configure it to your need. So I'm going to give you guys the template, which is this template here, and then you will plug in your own information in it, like your private key, your Ethereum address, and your smart contract bot address here in your HTTP provider URL here. So most important thing is here, you will need to change the provider URL, the contract address, which is your bot smart contract, and your Ethereum address or whatever address you create, and your private key. That's the only thing you will need to change and add to it. And also you will need, like I said, let's not make it more difficult, so we'll go through the process easy and simple. And for the next video, like I said, the next videos, I'll just post this video on the main YouTube, but the next videos, the process of also giving you guys the bot code as well will be I won't be sharing that on the YouTube channel because it wouldn't be fair for the top holders, because they are the one that's gonna be having their own bot. So this is, anyone can have this code. This is just a controller for the bot. This is just to interact with the bot. Anyone can have this if they wish, so I'll just post this video on the main YouTube channel. And for anyone that likes to follow the next steps and also have the hands on their own MEV bot, join the Bull Run main Telegram group. The link is in the description below. and you can participate in pre-sale, and so you can have your opportunity to own an MEV bot and also be included into the MEV arbitrage trading group. A lot of people don't see the opportunity now, but eventually they will miss out. Okay, once you download Visual Studio, then the next also Infura, if you guys seen the previous video, it's 3 things you needed. You needed to download Visual Studio codes, and also go to the Infura website and create your account. And then the next step, it was 3 things: the Infura, the Visual Studio codes, and you can download also the node as well, just so you have it, set it up. I would say download the version 18.17. You can just Google. I'll provide all these links to the Telegram for. Let's copy this here. I'll just post it there now, so you guys can get it. Most of you guys will, once you see the video, you'll understand why it's there. So once you download it, I'll show you guys the process. I'll walk you through the steps of how to download it and set it up properly. So right now, just download it and have it in your download folder, and then I'll show you guys how to run it and set it up later in the next video. So the next videos will be posted solely in the MEV arbitrage trading group. So this is why we are going to leverage yourself, give us the upper hand against anyone in crypto, not just the whales, but we're gonna give ourselves the leverage. This is how billionaires get created, guys, especially in the crypto space. If you're not using a MEV bot or automated trading bot, then the process to get to billionaire status is going to be a lot slower. And also remember, in combination to the private crypto signal group, we can plug some of those coins that moves very quickly into the contract, and you could imagine the profits that's going to be generated. So like I said before, guys, okay, this in the next the other application was to just go and remix that Ethereum. It's not an app, it's not software you can download, it's just a website. This is where we will be deploying the code for the smart contract. So this is the smart contract, this is the codes, and you also have functions here on the side as well to control the bot as well, to call functions. It gives you more options as far as controlling the bot. I know we can do everything on Visual Studio, but sometimes you can simply call some function here as well on the remix. So this is the most important code here. This is the smart contract bot code, and I'll be sharing with you guys shortly after all the tests is done. Like I stated before, this is something we are doing new, and there is a lot of like I said, with anything new there will be a lot of testing and a lot of roadblocks. And one of the most recent roadblocks I've encountered with testing these bots is right here. We'll show you. Like I said, this is just like when I first learning how to create cryptocurrencies. The learning curve is almost similar, but it was a lot more difficult with creating your own crypto, launching your own crypto. So that process was more difficult, so I know this process is a lot less difficult. So whatever roadblock there is, whatever obstacle there is, I will get through it. And don't worry guys, I'm constantly working to provide you guys with the greatest utility for this project. So for example, let's say if I want to run this code and start, because right now it's at the final step. All you need to do is run the code and it will start buying and selling, looking for opportunities. So you will need to write code and write your test. Let's do this. Web3 test.js. Okay, you see I'm running the code. Then this is the error so far that I'm receiving this. And this is why it's important to run a single test, because putting this is the only error that I'm receiving in the code, which is a curly braces. Even having just a dot where it's not supposed to be, for example, like for example here, just having a dot like this anywhere in the code where it's not supposed to be is gonna throw an error. So you have to look tediously through the code to find the errors. So this is why a lot of people don't understand the time it takes to run these tests, and the time out of your day it takes to do these things, especially programming anything. So this is my next task for the remainder of the day, is finding out where this syntax error is, correct it, and continue to run the test. I've been working on just trying to find where this error is for the past day and a half. So it involves running a lot of tests. Like for anyone that understands starting something new or creating something new, there's a lot of tests that's required and a lot of trial and errors as well. But we'll get there, guys. This has to be done, and this is why I say just the project itself will just be the icing on the cake. Just once these bots are up and running, and this is going to be the fastest way we will be making money in the bull run, because we'll be able to plug in some of the contracts, any contracts, into these bots and sending them out to trade for us. That's just your personal bot, but that's not even including the army of bots we will have just for the project. So we won't need to run marketing. We won't need a lot of budget to run marketing, because the bot is just gonna go out there and print money and bring it back and generate a lot of profits from other projects and bring it back. It's gonna feel like cheating, but we're just in the game, playing the game, and you know, as the saying goes, don't hate the player, hit the game. If the player find a better way to play the game, and it gives them the hedge over to win the game, to play the game better, hey, you can't hate the player, but you can only hate the game. So this is the same scenario. Some people say it's not fair for people to use MEV bots. It's not fair to use automated trading bots. But there's no rules to say how you can play the game. That's the beauty about crypto. You can say, hey, it's unethical, hey, it's not unethical, but hey, it's just a game. So we're gonna play the game, and we're gonna use all the tools we need to get the hedge. So this is why a lot of people are going to miss this big opportunity. They just don't see it. So until the next time, guys, I'll try to get the pre-sale link up and running. Like I said, that's not really my priority. I didn't care any less about the pre-sale. My main focus is getting these bots up and running, because like I stated before, just sending out even just one bot, once everything, the test is fully done, we can have all the revenue, we can have all the funds we need to do whatever we need. We won't need marketing, we won't need pre-sales, we won't need anything. And let's say, for example, we send our bots out in a day, it generates, let's say, 100k, which is nothing for these bots. These bots should generate 30 to 50 ETH in just a few hours. So let's say if we send one bot out, but we're going to be sending multiple, just giving you an example. We send one bot out in a day, it makes 100k. Pre-sale will automatically be closed. We're not going to be running pre-sale. We're just going to launch, do a stealth launch, and you just will start to see the charts just rocking and pumping. And that's it. This is how a lot of people are going to miss out on owning their own MEV bots. And then it's going to be a race to see who gets to the top of the this project is going to move so quickly that people won't even see it coming. So until the next time, guys, I will continue to work, get things up and running. This is just a brief update. This is what's been happening in the step 2. So the next steps, just to make it fair to all the holders, all the previous holders, the whales in the project, the next videos, next steps, I won't be posting them on the YouTube channel, but every now and then I'll show you guys the progress we're making, the process of the MEV bots and the trading bots. And if you like to participate in the main Bull Run Telegram, hey, the link is in the description below. You won't be forced to join. Like I said, we'll just let the results speak for themselves, guys. Peace.